Nope, no. It's a Buzzfeed video. I'm not gonna watch it. It'll just be filled with stupid. I can refrain from watching it. I can control myself.
More and more there's this interest in having bigger eyes, and that's why there are a lot of people in Asia who do surgery to actually get a double eyelid.
I have to admit I have a problem.
Double eyelids are when you have a fold or crease on the skin of your eyelid.
And it causes your eye to look slightly larger. Generally speaking, a lot of Asians do not have double eyelids, whereas a lot of Western, Caucasian, or other folks have double eyelids.
That's actually pathetically wrong. Most Asians do have the double eyelid because they live in India or Pakistan or somewhere like that. Asian means a lot more than China, Korea, and Japan, you know. That's East Asia.
I'm not really sure how it got to be that Asians and, Koreans especially were so fixated on this very particular look. Everyone there, their ideal beauty standard is to have the bigger eyes.
It's basic human nature. There's nothing racial about it. It's the way we're all programmed to behave in our DNA. Everyone in the world perceives larger eyes as cute and adorable. This is because, proportional to their faces, babies have large eyes. And finding that adorable naturally makes us want to take care of those babies, helping to ensure the survival of the species. That's why, all over the world, you see dog breeds bred to have larger eyes, because it's cute. You even see it in cartoons. When animators want a character to look adorable, they make the eyes bigger and the pupils dilated. All over the world, people of every race have, for thousands of years, used makeup to make their eyes look bigger. I did a Google search on the subject and linked to the top result in the video info. It's from Allure, and it's titled 11 Ways to Make Your Eyes Look Bigger. The women pictured are primarily Caucasian. There's only one Asian woman pictured, and there are a lot more links just like that. This has nothing to do with race, it's just how we're programmed. Double lids are present in East Asian populations. It's just not very prevalent. But it is a bit more prevalent in Korea, and that was the case long before white people got there. So people in Korea are not getting the double lids to look like white people, they're getting them to look like other Koreans. So let's not treat the double eyelid like it's a solely white thing, okay? They're prevalent everywhere in the world except the Far East. And there's also a wide variety in Asian eye types. The technical term for this body part is an epicanthic fold, and it can take many different shapes and forms. Some are flat, some are more sunken, some are puffy or hooded, there are even partial monolids. And here's Buzzfeed once again ignoring that variety and nuance. It's also not true that no white people have them. It's not as prevalent, but they can be found. JFK had them, so does Björk. So does Forrest Whitaker, even though most black people don't have them. They're actually fairly prevalent in Scandinavia. There's such a wonderful variety in the combination of traits that humanity can express, which racists like those at Buzzfeed tend to ignore as they lump everyone into whatever category fits their needs at the time.
I felt like I was bullied for having small eyes. People I knew would just offhandedly suggest surgery to me. They offered it as gifts, as graduation presents, and it's just so hard to keep up with.
It didn't really help that my family, my aunts, my mom just told me that I would look prettier with the double eyelid surgery and that one day I should get it.
Wait, your family? As in other Koreans? As in not white people? Well, imagine that.
A ton of my friends have actually gone to Korea and come back with the surgery done.
What? They went to Korea to get the surgery done? You mean it's not done here? Well, maybe it's not white Westerners forcing their ideals on others, you think?
I just wanted to look like what my family and my friends wanted me to look like.
You know, it's not like white people don't do this. Boob jobs, lip injections, Botox. So what race are white people trying to look like? Once again, BuzzFeed's videos are so stupid, they fall apart with just a few seconds of thought.
I think very clearly I knew that I was different.
You know, I'm hearing a lot of American accents in this video. We're not talking with people who were actually brought up in Korea. Why not? And why just Koreans? Why not Chinese or Japanese or Vietnamese? Maybe because it would have undermined their bogus message?
Definitely there were jokes where people would say things about like your eyes being smaller or things like that, so it is what it is.
By the way, why is this video titled Koreans Get Photoshopped with Double Eyelids when they're talking about cosmetic surgery? I smell clickbait. The title implies that artists, presumably white artists, were doing this to Koreans on their own. Turns out, it's Koreans making a decision for themselves about how they want their own bodies to look. How horrible. Oh, there's the photoshopping. You know they do this with white people too, right? Including making the eyes bigger?
I'm kind of shaking right now.
And it wasn't even actual photoshopping like something magazines in the real world are doing. It's something Buzzfeed did specifically for this video. Yeah, clickbait.
Yeah, like I actually got surgery done or something. I'm shaking.
Oh, okay, so they're showing them what they would look like if they had this plastic surgery. I don't have a problem with that, but the title is very misleading. It isn't about plastic surgery or showing them what they'd look like if they had it. The photoshopping is the only thing mentioned, and you don't even make it clear that it was you doing the shopping.
Oh my god. First of all, I can't even recognize myself.
I don't see the difference.
I think it's because like I'm so unaccustomed to seeing this, and I'm so used to the way that my eyes look, and honestly,
It just looks like you have your eyes open a little farther.
I think I prefer the way my eyes look now versus the Photoshop version.
Oh, well, good for you. Gee, I wonder why plastic surgeons don't do this so their patients can decide ahead of time if they want the surgery or not. Oh, wait a minute, they do!
I thought it would be more different, but the changes in the two pictures are pretty subtle. I'm extra conflicted.
Seeing my eyes fit more of the westernized beauty ideal.
It's not a westernized beauty ideal. You're just not familiar with the culture your ancestors came from. It's not a Western standard of beauty, it's a Korean standard of beauty. You haven't spent a day in Korea, have you?
I feel a little uncomfortable that this is what I need to look like in order to fit that beauty standard.
This is just racist stereotyping. Koreans have these ugly monolids, there's no genetic diversity at all there, and they're so helpless to stand up against their white oppressors, they'll surgically alter themselves as a result. Folks, they never needed our help doing that. Body modifications have existed for thousands of years in every culture around the world, and Korea is no exception.
It makes me really sad that I put myself down so much and that I listen to so many people around me.
If you want to change yourself, I would do it because you truly want to, and not because society tells you to.
Look at how few Korean celebrities in the US have had this surgery done. That should tell you everything you need to know about how bogus this is.
I've just become so much more comfortable with this that this makes me uncomfortable.
Wait, hold up! Look carefully, people. They changed a lot more than just the eyelid. The skin tone is lighter, reflections are brought out more, highlights in the hair and lips are increased, they changed the nostrils ever so slightly, and, probably most importantly, they added an extra shadow below the eyebrow to make it look like it sticks out a bit more, adding depth to the eyebrows while doing nothing about showing the difference between a monolid and a double lid. If they were being honest, they would only have changed the monolid to the double lid and nothing else.
Remember everything that I tried to be that I'm inherently not, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what I am right now.
Funny how, if you read the comments, actual Koreans were insulted by this video. One said it was the most disgusting video she'd ever seen. Another said it was just wrong, period. One even styled it bullying. But to people in the social justice movement, as we all know, everything is racist, everything is sexist, everything is homophobic, and everything is problematic. If you look hard enough for something, you're bound to find it, even if it doesn't exist. Look for racism anywhere, and you're bound to find something you can spin to fit your preconceived notion, but you're not proving anything. Other than what a moron you are, that is. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, why not hit like and subscribe? And to make sure I can keep producing content, support this channel by becoming a patron. And check out all the other great content here, like this video selected especially for you.